Hello, hello, and welcome to Apple Jams, your Beatles and solo Beatles hangout. I'm so glad to see you here, so glad you could come. I have one little baby request, and that is, if you would, please me by smashing a like on this video and subscribing if you haven't already. That would really help me if you can. Oh my goodness, Apple Jammers, I have had an absolute nightmare. This is the third time I've tried to do this video. So it'll either be the best version of it or it'll be the worst because I've had enough. Basically, I got a new phone over Christmas because I smashed my other one on the floor, which isn't very bright. It's a brand new phone and it records in a video file format that my computer doesn't understand, and I thought I'd fixed it and I hadn't, and yeah, a whole big palaver, very frustrating, but we're back. I've tested this one, so this should work. If I have to do this for a fourth time, I'm burning the channel down. Can't do it again, sorry. Let's get right into it and why we're here. For a start, Happy New Year. It's 2026. It's the first Apple Jams of the new year. I hope you had a really nice break over the Christmas holidays and celebrated it in whichever way you keep it. And I hope you're ready and raring to go for 2026. What this video is just a quick rough and ready look at the Beatles related gifts that I got for Christmas. Unfortunately, because I've done this video twice already, I did intend to actually do a de-shrinking and let you guys see my first reactions of opening these products up. But unfortunately, I've done this video twice over already. So you're going to be denied of that, unfortunately, but I'll do my best to try and recreate what I did in the previous video. So shall we get started? We'll do the books first. So first of all, we've got this one, which I'm really excited to read. It's called The Songs That the Beatles Gave Away, and it's by Colin Hall with a foreword by Bob Harris, quite a well-known personality. And yeah, just really looking forward to hearing all about the stories of the likes of, Peter and Gordon, who recorded a couple of McCartney songs that became quite big hits for them. Cilla Black, of course, Arcilla, who did things like Step Inside Love. Jackie Lomax, who did a really great version of George's Sour Milk Sea. So yeah, really looking forward to getting stuck into this one. Next up, we've got the companion piece to the recent Wings collections, which I'll get to in a moment. So this is Paul McCartney, Wings, the story of a band on the run. Really looking forward to looking into this. So it's like a compilation of like quotes and things from Paul McCartney, Denny Sywell, Mike McCartney, Linda McCartney, Henry McCulloch. The Wings period isn't one that I've got too involved in the history of, to be honest. So it'd be nice to flesh that kind of part out of my Beatles knowledge with. So yeah, another book that I'm really looking forward to reading. Now, sticking with Wings, and we're getting on to digital stuff now. I mentioned previously the Wings collection that came out in November, I think it was. When I looked at what was available as a result of that, so obviously it was a collection of tracks. It was a greatest hits that was purely based on Wings, which hadn't been done since the Wings greatest compilation in the 70s, which I own on CD. I looked at this collection and I thought there was a 1 CD version, there was a 2 CD version, and there was the vinyls. Well, I don't do the vinyls because I don't have that equipment. And thank goodness, because if I was starting to collect vinyls, then my family would be on the street. So CDs are enough. Yeah, so I looked at these collections and I thought, well, I've got all these tracks. I've got the Paul McCartney archive collections. I've got every single Wings one. I've got a number of Paul McCartney compilations. So I've got Wings Greatest. I've got All the Best. I've got Wingspan Hits and History, and I've got Pure McCartney as well, which is, oh my goodness, the Pure McCartney set that comes in the little book. I haven't got it to hand, but it's a wonderful set. So anyway, yeah, I've got all of these tracks numerous times over. Why do I need them again on CD? Well, that's where they got me, you see, because they released it on Blu-ray and I don't have that. So yeah, I thought, well, why not? It wasn't overly expensive. If I'm being honest, the packaging is a little disappointing. It's tiny. I mean, obviously it's a Blu-ray sized package, but look how thin it is. I mean, in the hand, it's okay. This is quite nice because it's a matte white finish on the cardboard, and then this bit is a bit more, the text is a bit more glossy, so that's quite a nice effect. But yeah, nothing overly to write home of regarding the packaging. Nevertheless, I have listened to some of this. Now, my equipment's probably not the best to get the best out of this. Hopefully one day I'll get, maybe like a 5.1 system where I can really immerse myself in the sounds. But So far, it's been a really good listen. I've noticed differences between like the mixes. I couldn't tell you, specifically. I'd have to have a lot more time to do that. But yeah, it's been worthwhile so far. I've really enjoyed it. Next up, now before I show you this, I'm going to show you a previous set from this person. So this is John Lennon's Mind Games 2 CD edition from last year. I think it was last year. And this is a really high quality, in contrast to what I've just shown you, to be honest. Like, the John Lennon camp really know how to put together a premium feeling product. And that's exactly what this is. Now, at the time, Uncut magazine partnered with John Lennon and issued an edition of their magazine with this, which is a CD sampler of songs and tracks from the Super Deluxe edition, which is obviously a lot more expensive than the 2 CD one. So I got hold of the magazine and I was really keen to get it because as part of the track list, it had I'm the Greatest on it, which is actually on the 2-disc set, but you have to really faff about to get to it. You have to go to track 1 and you have to rewind and then it kind of sits as track 0, I suppose, on the CD. And if you over rewind it, you have to go back to the start, and it's a real pain. So I really just wanted to play it simply on its own CD. And there's some other things on here that are included in the Super Deluxe set. So it's like a little, well, it's exactly what it is, a sampler. So I wanted to get hold of that, and I decided to see if I could fit it in to the CD itself, and that's exactly what I did. So I ended up by squeezing it in here with my own 3-disc Super Deluxe edition set. I guess it's not a Super Deluxe edition set. It's maybe a semi-deluxe edition set. So that brings us on to this, which is this year's release from John Lennon, Power to the People. John and Yoko, the Plastic Ono Band with Elephant's Memory, live at the 1-to-1 concert, New York City, 1972. Before I get onto this, it was Mojo this time, but they did their own CD sampler, which I got hold of. Now, a lot of this is actually on, I'm presuming is on this set, because this is both of the 1-to-1 concerts, the afternoon and evening sessions, of which, the track list on here is Come Together live, Well, Well, Well live, Instant Karma live. They're probably on there, to be honest, so there's a bit of duplication. But then we've got New York City, the Ultimate Mix, Sunday Bloody Sunday, Ultimate Mix, Attica State, Evolution documentary, and Send Me Some Lovin' Home Jam, which is presumably from the Super Deluxe edition, which is nearly 200 quid, I think, isn't it? By all accounts, it's a really good set, but I just can't afford that kind of money for that. So I've listened to much of that on Spotify, and it is great. But now I've got this to make up my deluxe edition. I'm going to make that a thing. That's now a thing. You can make a semi deluxe edition. It goes standard, deluxe, semi deluxe, super deluxe. And then you got it here first. That's an Apple Jams initiative. Sadly, this doesn't easily go in there. I've tried it twice already. Oh, hang on. No, right, that kind of goes in, but I can feel it getting tighter as it goes in. So that's not going to happen. So I'm just going to sit that on the shelf as 2 separate things, which is a shame. These guys know how to make a quality deluxe product. Seriously, like, it just feels so premium. That, slips straight off. We've got the lenticular sleeve, which is cracking. I mean, it's so really well done. Sometimes these things can look a little bit kind of like fuzzy, but that looks absolutely great. It's just got a premium feel all the way through it. Really nice quality. That's a recreation of the Power to the People poster from the time. Really looking forward to giving that a spin later. Not heard that one yet. I've tried to be disciplined, and I've stayed away from actually listening to this on Spotify until I got the CD for Christmas. I have heard like the bonus tracks and things like that from the Super Deluxe edition, but I have stayed away from the actual concerts themselves. Right, that brings us on to last but not least. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos, you've likely seen that I've done quite a few on Anthology 4 and the Anthology project, the Anthology collection that was out in late 2025. And you may know that when I was, deciding what to buy from the Anthology collection reissues and the Anthology 4 project, I kind of looked at it and thought, well, they're releasing an Anthology collection with 1, 2, 3, and 4. But if I was to buy that, that's 3 out of 4 CDs that I already own from the 90s. I've got Anthology 1, 2, and 3 in the fat boxes. So that doesn't really make sense, and certainly not for 100 quid. There was a bit of controversy at the time because it was suggested that they weren't going to release Anthology 4 separately. I kind of always assumed that they would, and indeed they did. So what I did was I ended up getting Anthology 4, enjoyed it, made some videos on it. Please, I don't know, I never know which side it comes up on, but I'll put a link up to one of my Anthology 4 videos where you can get some of my thoughts on that. I've got mixed opinions on the Anthology 4 itself, but yeah, I just kind of like left it at that. And I did listen to the Anthology collection on Spotify, and I thought, oh, it does sound better because they've obviously used the MAL software on some of those tracks, and it has been remastered. I don't think it's been entirely remixed, although I do think that they have had a go at some of them. I don't know entirely. So yeah, I did kind of like then get a bit of an itch to get it, and you know, because Anthology 4 is in the kind of cardboard digipack kind of style case, it did kind of like make me a bit uncomfortable that 1, 2, and 3 were in the fat boxes and 4 was kind of like this separate thing but looked completely different. It's all, none of it matters, does it? But it's just about like aesthetically, you know, how aesthetically pleasing it is for you. So I went on eBay, just kind of like having a little look around, as I often do, and I saw that somebody was selling their Anthology collection, and they had it on relatively cheap, still a fair bit of money, but cheaper than 100 quid, let's put it that way. So I thought, well, you know, I'll put a bid on, I'll put a highest price, and if I get it for that much, I can consider it a bargain. And would you know, I got it. So yeah, I'm now the proud owner of the Anthology collection on CD from 2025. I'm really happy. Like, I do have an extra version of an extra copy of Anthology 4 now, but that'll be on eBay at some point. Unless anybody wants it, I'll do a deal. I'm sure we can come to some kind of arrangement. Leave a message in the comments. But yeah, really happy with this. It's again a really premium set. This collar sleeve comes straight off. I quite like that. I'm going to keep that. And yeah, all of the anthologies sitting there, so I'm really pleased with that. I have listened to the anthologies on Spotify, so I won't hear anything new, or I won't be hearing anything for the first time, but it'll be nice to have these on CD and play them through my system. So that's it then, Apple Jammers. That's my haul from Christmas 2025. Let me know in the comments what you guys got, if anything, or what you think about some of the products that I've shown you. Did you get anything that was the same as me? Did you get anything else? I put a little poll on my channel around, because I've been busy over Christmas, but I put a poll up asking people what they got. I think it was pretty much Anthology 4 that won out. Most people got Anthology 4 stuff. But yeah, let us know if you got anything else. Did you get any other books or discs? I'm really interested to chat it out. Let me know your thoughts on the video below. I've got plenty more coming in 2026, so please do get subscribed and stay tuned for that. I'm really looking forward to thrashing out some opinions with you guys. But until then, I'll say ta-ra for now, and thanks for watching.